Okay, it's Paradise Killer. We're still here on the Desolation Cell Island, where we spoke to Henry Division, who was accused of murder. Also Akiko, who hates us. Just hates everything about us. Just thinks we're completely unnecessary and there doesn't need to be an investigation or nothing. Alright, as far as what we're doing now, I believe that what we wanted to do was actually investigate the murder scene. Well, as close as we can get to the murder scene. We can't get all the way there. Because, as we head back to the Citizen Apartments, the actual murder scene is sealed off with 4 seals. One of those seals are dead guards in front of the murder scene. At least we can examine them, so we can do that. But we can't actually get into the place where everyone was murdered, which seems like it's going to be an issue. I had a thing come up there. These bars on the prison bridge have been destroyed. I presume this is how Henry got out. The Desolation Cell is connected to the mainland by this bridge. There's some residue. I'll run it through Starlight. Starlight's... What? Why did you just put this in me? This is gross. Residue sample, 68% thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutadiene acrylonitrile. No traces of unknown chemicals found. Thermite, alright? It's not demonic, fortunately. They melted through the bars, which does make more sense than Henry just, like, tearing these bars apart. It's probably a good thing that he can't do that. No, there's a thing over there. We should probably just get that thing while I have my eyes on it. We got the absurd message stones. Stones painted by children before they go to the slot. Oh, that's so sad. They make wishes for their next life. Citizens don't have a next life. Well. Alright, we now have 7 of these. I spent a whole bunch of them talking to Crimson Acid. So we do want to find as many as we can. Okay, so if I do this... we do see some people that we have not spoken to yet. The closest one is 184, 83, 82, that way. Why don't we see what that is? Ah, new cassette, new music. Remember how her lipstick looked on the TV? And his lipstick? Divine. I love those two. Late nights were better back then. There's something in the distance there. Well, that means I have to go look to see if we can get it. There's something over there, too. Just, you know, you're going somewhere, and then you notice, oh, in the distance, there's a thing. I guess I have to get that thing. And we got this thing, but it's actually not the thing I was looking at. I was seeing something over here. Actually, there's a thing over there, too. Well, here's the council building anyway. That is where I wanted to go. I thought there was something else that I saw from... maybe it's that over there. Wonder if that's deep enough to drown in. This is probably what I saw. Island sequence 04 Memento. Memento, not a memento. I guess that would be something that... Let you gain momentum. Fourth island sequence. We understand. Communing with the gods, let the alien devils in. They rot our islands and condemn us to failure. We must never speak to them. Some do not obey the law. Do not commune with the gods. That leads to demons. We don't want that. Mysteries are revealed. So that we have this thing. Since I got my feet washed, I can do this. I don't see anything in the immediate area. Well, kind of hard to tell how close things are. Like, there's a heart up there that seems to be the closest one that I'm heading straight towards right now. Oh, here we go. Well, yeah, we're gonna buy a cold, refreshing drink. We want some C1. What do we got? Indefinable Spectrum, a popular chilled canned coffee, a blend of different flavors made to satisfy any coffee lover. But you can't really quite tell what's in it. Oh, well, this isn't who I was looking for, but we did find Yuri. And we haven't spoken to Yuri yet, so that's what we're going to do right now. So remember, Lydia says that this man, let's back up a little bit, this man became buff overnight. She believes he has muscles from the gods. Maybe he made a deal with a god in exchange for muscles. Maybe we'll find out. He's the secretary to the architect. You're the famous investigation freak. I feel like when he says it, it's not flattering. I don't believe we've ever met before. Yuri Knight, secretary to the architect. The ferrywoman's handler. That would be Lydia. Born in the marble chambers on island sequence 15 under the sign of Dire Rose. Yuri is new to the syndicate and has quickly risen through the ranks. I can't believe in our darkest hour that Judge called on you. Well, let's be professional. I understand you're secretary to architect Carmelina and Lydia's handler during her ferrywoman duties. Did you manage to deduce that? Well, I mean, if he's going to continue to be snide, probably we should be snide then as well. I think I'm making a few other deductions about you as it happens. And what might those be? I was raised better than that. Who did raise them? You don't really think about... I mean, we have heard about occasionally a syndicate member having parents, but like most of these people seem like they're thousands of years old. Do they even remember their parents? If you're that old, how far back do you remember? Do you remember when you were a kid? If you were 1,000 years old, how much of your life would you remember? Don't put too much faith in how you were raised, freak. It can hold you back. Right, he doesn't like his parents, I believe. You broke free, did you? My parents were cowards. I'm not. It's not a big mystery to solve. Let's get to business. What do you want, freak? No mention of grieving for our loss? Grieving is a sign of weakness. I said, let's get to business. Stop dragging this out. All right, let's talk. Let's talk about suspicions. Ask about Henry. That's how we usually start that with. Do you believe Henry did this? What an insufferable question. Of course he did it. The Grand Marshal has him in custody. Look, if he was innocent, why is he arrested right now? Gotcha with that, investigation freak. I bet you can't explain that one. No suspicions of anyone else. The islands are full of schemers. You know that. All right. Want to drop anyone in it, Yuri? Dish the dirt on someone? What? Who's got a motive to kill the council, Yuri? The killer is in a cell waiting to be executed. Let's say he isn't the killer. He is? It's a thought experiment, Yuri. Play along. If Henry didn't kill the council, who else has motive? Fine, I'll play along. You should investigate Crimson. You gave that name up pretty easily. I've had my suspicions for a while. Why? Something sits wrong with her. Why did she get blessed? What would stop her wanting more power now that she's blessed? She's too smug. Oh, I think someone may be jealous that someone has a goat head. Not only does Yuri want muscles, but he wants an animal head himself. That seems tenuous. You're the investigation freak. Investigate. Ding! I'll put a note in my computer. Yeah, I should investigate that. I've now written it down. Let's ask about his motive. Enchanted Blue. That's the name of a god that maybe he's made a deal with. Enchanted Blue is secured by god hunters in the real world. She's in the pyramids, hidden in the caverns by the Sahara. The Syndicate exists to resurrect the gods. How can we sit idly by when a goddess is in the hands of the enemy? Retrieving her would be a suicide mission. You're familiar with deception by gods, right? Because, I mean, even though we worship them and are trying to resurrect them, it sounds like they're constantly lying to us and, like, deceiving and using us. It's kind of a weird relationship here. Like you, the disgraced freak. I haven't been deceived. That's a crime. Future counselors can't commit crimes, can we? Well, as we know, he was unanimously denied a spot on the council. How did you go through such a big transformation? Enchanted Blue blesses those she deceives with physical perfection. You're saying I'm perfect, freak? You like what you see? Let's, mock him a little bit, maybe. I'm not into little boys. Bah, you're a joke, freak. You're gonna fail and go back to exile if you keep focusing on everyone except the killer. What if you're the killer? Is this the brilliance of your investigation technique? Just ask rhetorical questions and hope someone... That's kinda... It's kinda how these interrogations go, yeah? Judge made a mistake bringing you back. Well, I guess that's that. Let's talk about his alibi. Talk about last night. Where were you last night? I was directing the ferrywoman all night. From where? You're in the celebratory gardens. You often work in the gardens. My work last night didn't require a desk, and the gardens are beautiful when an island is ending. Right, so Lydia, being the ferrywoman, was transporting syndicate members out of the island to the next island. And I guess Yuri is the supervisor. He supervises her, I guess, is the thing that's going on. Any proof? No, freak. The gardens aren't covered by logs, unlike the HQ. Well, let's hand over that phone, Yuri. Give me your phone, Yuri. What? I need to verify your location last night. You would have been making calls with it if you were directing Lydia. I'm under no obligation to give you my phone. I have important work to do with it. Well, I mean, we are supposed to have authority under this investigation. We need that phone. Not until I've finished my important work, you don't. I have jurisdiction here. I'm the investigator Judge called on. You are obliged to assist my investigation, or I will haul you in front of Judge for obstruction. If you don't give me your phone, I'll also assume you have something to hide. Fine, whatever. Yuri's phone. They use flip phones? So behind. That wasn't so hard, was it? Just do what you need to and bring it back. I just need to use the comms tower to verify the location of any calls made from this phone. Then you can have it back after the trial. Alright, so I guess we're going to head to a comms tower. Let's talk about Kahix, who apparently, Lady Love Dies might be the only one who knows that he's dead, aside from whoever his murderer is. What do you know about Kahix's disappearance? He hasn't been seen for a few days. Probably sleeping off a hangover. He was one of your old drinking crew, wasn't he? Isn't a missing syndicate member something of a concern for one of the people responsible for getting the syndicate off the island? I can only work with what I have. If he doesn't want to be picked up by the ferrywoman, I can't help it. He's his own man. No concern or empathy? What do you want from me? I can't care about everybody. It's exhausting. I only have so much empathy to go around. Talk about Crimson. Tell me about Crimson. The traitorous idol. Traitorous? She peddles her secrets and destabilizes the... She does peddle secrets. He's right that she does that. Let's ask if he's worried about that. You worried she's got something on you? Don't make me laugh. Has she got a motive for killing the council? She has her own secrets I'm sure she isn't happy about people knowing. She wants to play soldiers again. She won't accept her new role and wants to run around with a sword and gun fighting demons. If the next island is perfect, there won't be any more demonic invasions. I think she's trying to destabilize the island so she can have another go at playing soldier. Alright, well, we have been told that the 25th island is supposed to be the perfect final one, and maybe not everyone wants it to be perfect. Maybe that could be a possibility. Let's be skeptical. That's a lot of speculation. If you don't like the answer, don't ask the question. Talk about Lydia and Sam. Your job is to direct Lydia when she moves us to the next island, right? What do you want now? What did you direct her to do right before the council murder? I asked her to take her husband Sam off the island. The end of island party was over and his bar could be shut down. Okay. What time was this? Around 23:40, I think. All right, nothing seems out of the ordinary there. What about Akiko? Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? Didn't see her, freak. And that's it for that. I mean, it does make sense that she wouldn't have just been around since she had something very important to do last night. Crimson? Did you see Crimson last night? I knew she was ready for pickup, but I left her until the end. She hates it here, and I had the power to make her wait a little longer. So I did. Okay, so Crimson was right. That's why she was being left till last. Okay, Henry. What about Henry? Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night? Seriously? Do I need to hold your hand? Go and speak to the Grand Marshal. Well, we already did that. We already have an idea of what Henry's movements were. Witness? Yeah, Witness to the End. What about him? Did you see Witness to the End last night? I'm aware the architect planned to visit him last night. You can check with her. Now, we have not spoken to Carmelina yet. I'm the architect's assistant. I arrange her appointments and make sure that she can carry out her work without being obstructed by anyone else on this island. Well, hopefully we intend to obstruct her quite a bit. Talk about Henry's escape. What do you know about the escape last night? What would I know? Okay, that's that. Well, I mean, let's hang out. I don't know how receptive he'll be to hanging out, but... Got time to chat, Yuri? What do you want, freak? You weren't part of the syndicate before I was exiled. Is that a statement or a question? Let's, we're trying to hang out with him. Let's be polite. A question. Then phrase it like a question. You're serious? Is that a statement or a question? What's your history with the syndicate? I was born to low-ranking syndicate members, barely footnotes in our history. They say children naturally rebel against their parents. I am evidence. They were content to wallow in obscurity, and now I am secretary to the architect. No, thank you. Sorry? I'm not interested in talking with you about myself anymore. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. Really? Our relationship increased? I mean, Relationships can come in all shapes and sizes. I'm not really sure what kind of relationship we have with him. Say goodbye. May you see through a million eyes, and may you reach the moon. Well, I don't know if we really learned a whole lot from talking with Yuri. You're just gonna keep hanging out here. Oh, there's a thing up there. Can I actually reach it from around here? Maybe not. Maybe I have to drop down from above. Oh, hey, Shinji. What's going on? Is this the end of the Syndicate? Thinking out loud, Love Dies. How the hell should I know? They're your people. Now piss off and investigate. Shinji not in the mood for talking right now, I guess.
Those crystals obtained.
Ah, a ghost. Are you here to take me away? Where? Where would I want to take you? To the ritual. Are you a citizen? Am I? I was once, but now I don't know. I'm lost. You're still here, even after the citizen slaughter ritual preceding the end of this island. Why? Maybe the gods rejected my sacrifice? I knew the ritual was coming. We all knew it, but it was sooner than expected. I thought we had a few more hours, so I left the house to go and find something I'd lost. And what was that? A stone that had fallen from my ring. It was something my wife gave me to celebrate our first lunar cycle together. It's got no value. She just found it on the beach, but as we held it, our troubles seemed to fade. Being close to each other is all that mattered. When we got married, I had it placed in my wedding ring. It fell out a few days ago. So you were out looking for the stone? Yes, I needed that stone with me. You know, I do like how the ghosts, as opposed to the Syndicate members who are very flashy, the ghosts just appear to be people wearing a t-shirt, just like a normal haircut. Before I found it, the marshals came and took me to the ritual. I pleaded, I begged, I just needed a few more moments. I became so angry. If I couldn't find my stone, then at least let me see my family one last time. I was always told death would be peaceful, but that was a lie. And how do you feel now? The anger is not dissipated, but I'm still here. I'm here for a reason. I must find my stone so I can rest. Will you help me? Sure. I'll find your stone. I am an investigator. Thank you. Look around the park between the Citizen and the Syndicate apartments. I'm sure I lost it when I was sat on a bench there. Have you found my stone? Well, I was looking around that area. I'm not actually sure if I have it, but maybe I do. I think I have. Okay, yes, that's the thing. We did pick that up. Really? Can I see? Oh, yes, that's it. I can't describe how this makes me feel. It's like we're together again. Please, you keep it. I can feel myself fading out of this world, and I can't take the stone with me. When you hold it, I hope you can find the happiness that it gave me. Oh, it's Shinji. He's never interrupted us before. Yo, couldn't help spying on you. What do you want? You like that stone the spirit gave you? Well, I mean, it seems like it could be okay. Yeah, let's look at it. It has a wonderful depth to it. Oh, hoping it was going to be a no. Why? Want to sell it? Why do you want it? Gems that are tied to the suffering of others are one of my collections. One of? Oh yeah, I also collect antiques from a planet populated by slug scholars. Also got a cabinet of calcified entrails, prayer wreaths from the mad monks in the Venus labyrinths. So, want to sell? 2 blood crystals, one-time offer. Well, I mean, as far as I know, this gem doesn't actually do anything. And if I can sell it, then I probably don't need it for anything. And I know that I certainly could use the bloodstones. So, yeah, let's make the deal. Deal. Hand over the crystals. Pleasure doing business with you.
Those crystals obtained.
All right. And they're gone. Well, I mean, that ghost said that he hoped that when we would hold it, that we would feel... I mean, we're not going to feel anything, though, because we just sold it, so I guess that didn't matter to us. Splendid pamphlet. A pamphlet about the celebratory gardens. They are dedicated to Gregory Complex, the syndicate member responsible for weaving the broken timelines together several sequences ago. His sacrifice will be remembered. Okay. There were broken timelines that had to be weaved together into a single timeline. I feel we're not going to learn anything about that. Well, there's a soda machine over there. That seems important. There's also a stone over there. There's a save point right here.
Those crystals obtained.
There was one, I don't remember where it was, but there was one that looked like I could drop down from above. I think it was like around here, but I can't see it for sure. Or maybe it was the one I just... No, it was the one I just got. I think it was the one I just got. I did see a soda machine over here, so let's get another tasty beverage. Now we're getting a B2. And it is a parasol, a light floral drink marketed to women, but very popular with men. Didn't even say what it was, though. Oh, got an incoming call. Is it from the soda company? Dead Nebula thanks you for your continued patronage. You have tried a lot of the refreshing beverages we make. You are a most valued customer. Do you have a favorite? It's so hard to pick. It's so hard to pick a favorite. Never mind that. Remember that upgrade for Starlight we mentioned? We've come through for you. Hang for a sec. The vending machine has been soft rebooted. Should be able to get the upgrade thing out of it now. Don't forget, it's in the warehouses. Why is hardware like that jammed in a vending machine? The Dead Nebula security chief is a real moron. He'd been showing off just before the slaughter ritual. He thinks exposing OS loopholes is a great way to impress people. I mean, some people, yes, do think that. Why did he have a Starlight upgrade? He did a favor for someone he shouldn't have in the Syndicate. They promised him a piece of Syndicate tech in return. What he got was an unusable upgrade for use on a device he'd never see. Like we said, moron. How did it end up in a vending machine? Marshals came knocking. He tried to hide it. It's jammed in the dispensing mechanism. Should come out if you try making a purchase now that it's been rebooted. Works for me. Appreciate it. Go get him, Lady Love Dies. If the culprit lets out a confession in range of our microphones, we'll let you know. Alright, I mean, I guess that the vending machines do act as sort of a spy network, since they're all mic'd up. Okay, so we did encounter that particular vending machine in a warehouse. I'm sure we will eventually be going back there. But for right now... Okay, there's the... no, that's the Hicks's murder site, I think. Not the council, but I think that we are approaching the council building right now. I mean, there is Montserrat's picture.
Fast travel unlocked. Getting...
Whoops. There we go. Symbols of a warrior's starlight skin, blades that glimmer in the moonlight when held aloft on the top of a conquered pyramid of sin, are highly valued. So the blades are highly valued, and the description of them are blades that glimmer in the moonlight when held aloft on the top of a conquered pyramid of sin. It's a lengthy description. And we found a fantastic crystallized tear necklace. Rare and highly prized. Sometimes people inflict misery on others in an attempt to pan for them. I guess you would need to induce crying to get the crystallized tears, is the idea? I think. Citizen services. Well, looks like we're not getting in there. At least not yet. Oh, we can access this nightmare computer.
Nightmare computer.
These nightmare computers can log activity in an area. They're normally set up to see who passed through a door or access the system. If I can use Starlight to help me gain access, then I might be able to get some evidence. Alright, Starlight, let's get to work. Okay, well, you remember how this goes. We have to assemble the pictures. I have to say, which one of these animals does this look like? Alright, that's one. You think that they might get some variety in here aside from skulls and horns, but no, I guess they do have a theme. I guess I can't blame them for that. We do know that they're way into goats, you know, and all that, so I guess it works for them. I don't know how secure this is, though.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
These are the logs who entered and exited the Syndicate HQ last night, which seems very relevant to us right now. There's only one route to the Council building, and it involves going through the Syndicate HQ. If Henry did escape and kill the Council, he'd have to come through here. Let's see. What do you got, Starlight? Tell me all about it. Architect Carmelina left the HQ early through the gate. So did Yuri. Doom Jazz didn't leave his clinic. We haven't spoken to him yet. It says the Syndicate HQ building logs show that Doom Jazz didn't leave his clinic by the main door until he was summoned by the judge. So I guess he was here the whole time. Henry has not been logged coming through the gate. It's the only way he'd be able to get to the Council building by himself, but what if someone was helping him? Is there another route he could have taken from his cell? Henry has not been logged coming through this gate. This is the only way he'd get to the Council building by himself. Is there another route he could have taken from his cell? Yeah, we just asked about that. Okay. So this seems like relevant information.
Those crystals obtained.
Island sequence 002 memento. Second island sequence, a dreadful time. We learn of the demons in the stars, and they come for us. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good time. Like the period in your history when you first learn about the demons. It's probably no good. The god crying grudge, the only god that we managed to rescue after the great betrayal. He's on the island somewhere. Okay, so that's who's in the pyramid. We know that there's a pyramid with one god in it, but we weren't told who is in it. So it's this crying grudge. If we can get into his pyramid, maybe we could talk to him. Silent Goat, the first god humanity had contact with. He gifted the power to his syndicate while he was being tortured in the Great Betrayal. His gift allowed us to create the island sequences. Yes, we do know about Silent Goat. Island sequence 001. First island sequence. Our blessed island plan was formed. Ezekiel forms the council to lead us into new island sequences. Sounds like it was a good time. But if there were no demons at that point, I wonder why they had to go to another island. Alright, let's donate some blood. Damned Harmony carving obtained. A carving about the god Damned Harmony. Escaped to the cosmos as his mountain fortress was besieged in Bosnia. The alabaster citadel was demolished around him as he finished the ritual to escape. He drifted for millennia before latching onto a comet at the outer reaches of our solar system. He drifted again, missing the formation of the Syndicate until the comet drifted closer to Earth. He learned of the Syndicate and deceived Lady Love Dies. Right, Damned Harmony is the reason that Lady Love Dies was exiled for 3 million days. Moonlight Petal, a goddess that's an expert in terraforming, built a labyrinth in a dead star. That's pretty metal. During a great betrayal, she was killed in her endless city in Siberia. Her corpse is buried deep within the Russian catacombs and guarded by custodians. Don't know why we can turn these on and off. We just can. Doesn't seem like they do anything. Oh, foot bath. An oasis in this tropical heat. It's 5, but people do tell me that I should use a foot bath whenever we get the chance, so let's bathe our feet. The water in paradise is good. My feet feel lighter. Must be the mountain water. Hey, I do feel a lot lighter on my feet. This is strange. Feels like I could double jump, whatever that means. Hop right over these walls. Double jump unlocked. Please tap jump while in the air to jump in midair. These islands are weird. They sure are. Alright, well, double jump is always the best upgrade in any game, really. It's the one you always want. Let's get this cassette. We got End of the World. Want to know the secret to power? Drink a beer on a hot afternoon. You become invincible. The feeling is like no other. Alright, well, I'm sure that this double jump... double jumping must be a feeling like no other, I think. I'm sure it will be very helpful to us. Let's use this ladder. Red crest. A red crest found in the Syndicate HQ. It looks like it'll fit into something. Alright, we have green crest and we have red crest. You got a nice view up here as well. And that's our prison up there. There's the pyramid, where apparently a god is. Yep, we see something down there. Of course, we're going to go get it.
Those crystals are tight. Those crystals are tight.
All right, let's head into the elevator. Looks like we're going down, though. Is that where we want to go? Let's find out. Took us to the docks. Oh, Doom Jazz's yacht. Well, it's not actually where I intended to go, but while we're here, we might as well talk to Dr. Doom Jazz, which is a pretty good name. Can we use the jet ski? Let's talk to Doom Jazz first, I think. He just stands on his yacht doing that pose all day. Before we talk, let's look around his yacht. See if there's anything around here that would be something worthy of our attention. Yeah, here's the thing. He just left some money on his yacht. Figured he might have. Something in the water over there. Whoop. I drowned.
Respawning.
So what is that thing over there in the water? Oh yeah, it's a crystal.
Those crystals are tight.
All right, you could just ignore that I was jumping all over your boat and fell into the water and drowned. I'm a respectable investigator, you understand.
Don't get it, Joe.
Lady Love dies as gorgeous as you were 3 million days ago. Dr. Doomjazz, the Syndicate's head doctor, born in the Cannon Fortress, Scotland in 8988 under the sign of cosmic deceit. Growing up during a military campaign, Doomjazz longed to become a doctor to tend to the wounded. He stuck into the haunted Ziggurat Medical School and studied in the library after hours. He became their top student and battlefield medic. He was captured during the Great Betrayal, losing his arms in a torture chamber before being rescued by Aiz Kiwami. The two fled to join the Syndicate. And Starlight, the perfect pair. I like how he has, like, bumper stickers on his metal arms. He seems nice. We missed his charm. I missed the Doomjazz charm offensive. And I've missed the Love Dies sass. How have you been? How have you been? Still the same old Doomjazz? It's been just swell down here. I assume you got the memo about last night. You know, that particular pose doesn't really work when the person looks angry. It seems incongruous. Something like that. I presume you're here on business and not for something nicer. Well, yes, that's correct. I've got a job to do down here. How unfortunate. You're in high spirits considering our leader and council have been murdered. We all deal with grief in different ways. Do not be mistaken, I'm well aware that this is a catastrophe. I'm just not one for outwardly displaying misery. What's your take on the Syndicate on this island? Keep myself to myself. I'm not interested in the schemes. It's exhausting. Drama and politics are drugs. It's best not to get hooked. That's a medical opinion. That tells me all I need to know about the state of this place. Anything else I can help you with? Yep. What's up, Love Dies? Let's talk about case files, like suspicions. Ask about Henry. You think Henry did this, Doc? You read my report? Everything in it lined up with the official version of events. Well, there you go, then. That didn't answer my question. That's all I can tell you. I don't speculate on suspicions and hunches. I'm looking for facts. Can you make an exception for me? You only speak to me when you want something, Love Dies. It hurts. I mean, we have been away for a long time. Look, I'm sorry. I promise to stop by more often, like when I'm not exiled. Well, all right then. We don't know what the seals are, right? It's awfully convenient that Henry happened to be able to get through all of them, isn't it? That's true. There are 4 seals. We know that the first seal were 2 guards that Henry killed. The second seal is something that Gehix had the key for. And we don't actually know what the 3rd and 4th seals are. So you don't think he did it? I didn't say that. I just mean there's some missing facts. And where you have missing facts, you have doubt. What do you think about it? It'd be too easy to say that Henry did it. It's a nice story. People like to believe the easiest answer that fits their worldview. We kidnap citizens and force them to pray to genocidal gods. Of course the Syndicate would believe one of the vile working class would do this. There's something else at work here. Well, at least you have a working theory. Can you think of anyone that has got motive? That's a biggie. Such a terrible crime. I'm afraid I don't know anything about it. Everyone is as innocent or as guilty as each other. That's deep, Doomjazz. We're talking about the death of his father, I guess. Would you kill the council for revenge for the death of your father? You got some guts coming onto my yacht flinging bullshit like that around. I was doing my job, Doc. I'm not a killer of paradise or otherwise. Never have been, never will be, regardless of what happened to my father. All right, he's seemed pretty serious about that. I like how up here he's very flashy, but down here he's just wearing blue jeans. I mean, he's got a flashy belt buckle, but it's just blue jeans. Time of the murder. Where were you at the time of the murder? I was in my clinic until I was called to examine Henry. He was found outside the council building. Blood everywhere and in him as well. Apparently, there was other people's blood in him. That's what we've been told. I checked him over. Akiko is my report for you. Go and see her if you haven't already. The Syndicate building's log should confirm my alibi. I've already seen them. They confirm your claim. All right, what about Yuri? Did you see Yuri last night? Yuri Knight last night? Heh. I didn't see him last night, I'm afraid, Loved Eyes. And that's it for that. Tell me about the inhibitors used to sedate Henry. Masahiro Heavy Industries tech, drugs that sedate the body and inhibit psychic ability. They were designed specifically for victims of demonic possession, calm the body and mind, and stop them from lashing out. Henry's dosage level has been correct for the last decade. Do you know if anything can interfere with Henry's inhibitors? You're not the first person to ask, Loved Eyes. Who? Witness. Ding! Witness is responsible for overseeing the end of an island and ensuring it all goes smoothly. Alright, so Witness knows how the inhibitors could be overcome. He's obsessed with fail points in the process. He got worried that Henry could be a fail point. Could he get loose in the end? He's executed and not part of the slaughter ritual with the other citizens. There's a time when he's out of his cage before he's executed. Akiko handles the execution, so he's in safe hands, but Witness got obsessed about the inhibitors that keep Henry sedated. Are they a fail point? Possibly, but you'd have to get past the Grand Marshal. He'd need a massive spike of adrenaline, and the only way I can think to do that would be an injection. Could someone have done that? Adrenaline is manufactured by the body. You need a drug to induce it artificially. His blood work came back clean, though. No one gave him that drug. So he's pretty confident that the body would not be able to generate that much adrenaline on its own. He would have to have gotten it injected, but he doesn't think that happened. What about Kahix? What do you know about Kahix's disappearance? I heard he was missing. Keeps to himself, so I don't see him a lot. You went up to his place on the cliff. Oh, yeah, we have been up to his place on the cliffs, and then down from his place on the cliffs. We've been to Akiko. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? I saw Akiko after the murder when I examined Henry. Can't help you with anything before that, Love Dies. Have you spoken to it? Yeah, we've spoken to her. It didn't go that well. What about Crimson? Did you see Crimson last night? She has her little emporium. Go ask her. We did. And she doesn't have any witnesses to her alibi, so she is a suspect. What about Henry? Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night? You've spoken to Akiko, right? She'll tell you what he did. Yeah, we have. That's actually why we're here at the council place to begin with. Because we wanted to see where Henry went. Lydia and Sam. Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? I was in my clinic all night and didn't see him. Lydia should have been in contact with Yuri, though. Yeah, that is true. Did you see Witness to the End last night? I don't know what he was doing, but he's normally in his apartment on the last night of an island. Go ask him. We did. And Henry's demonic possession. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago? Don't know what to tell you, Love Dies. He's clearly possessed, and I wasn't at his arrest 10 years ago. If you think there's something suspicious, try the crime scene. His apartment in the dead zone. Yeah, we have not been in the dead zone as of yet. It's called that, apparently, because that's where the demons came in due to what Henry did. The dead zone seems like a place we should probably go. Why don't we hang out with Dr. Doom Jazz? I've got all the time in the world for you. You know that. It's been so long since we spent time together. You're still a wine and whiskey woman. Not a lot of either in the Idle Lands. Want a glass with me? Enjoy the island for a few minutes before getting back to all that murder. I've got a bottle of Freedom Letter open. Sure, let's get drunk. I'd love a glass, just a small one, though. That's the spirit. How does it feel to be investigating again? I'm back. Time to breathe life into paradise. Back in the paradise. Ha-ha! Indeed it is. How's the doctor been since I last saw him? Keeping entertained, you know? It's a small island, but there's always a way to have fun. I'm sure there is. Only one way to find out. Maybe it's flirt a little bit. Do you want to be a suspect in an out-of-hours investigation? You can come around to open my case file anytime. Maybe you've got some time right now? Each second I spend here allows the truth to slink further into the shadows. Paradise can't wait, huh? Feel free to swing by anytime, Loved Eyes. I'll keep that in mind. The relationship increased. I am enraptured by you, Loved Eyes. Besotted, enthralled. Where's this going? I understand the key to your heart is information. You desire the unknown. You desire to know about people. Maybe there's something I can help you with. Probe? What's this about? Let's probe Dr. Doomjazz. You said you might be able to help me? Loved Eyes, you've charmed me. Despite the tragedy of last night, this island is infinitely more radiant now that you're here. Because it's you and I can't get you out of my head, I'll break some ethics. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's acceptable to break ethics when it's for someone that you're besotted for. I treated witness for death scream trauma. Oh, tell us all about death scream trauma. He started complaining of being able to hear screaming on occasion. We had no idea what the cause was, but it kept happening. I eventually narrowed it down to psychic death screams. Yeah. This sounds like a terrible affliction. The hell? What the hell is that? When someone dies, they involuntarily emit a death scream in a burst of psychic energy. Normally, you can't hear them, but he'd become attuned to them. How? That's still a mystery. I don't know if we'll ever know. He attributes it to the god. Well, I mean, yes, he attributes everything to the gods. He's all doom and gloom about us not doing enough to please the gods. He's taking it as one of the many signs of the end times. All right. Is there a treatment for this? What's he taken? High strength migraine relief. It's the only thing that's worked. What about during the citizen slaughter ritual at the end of an island? Sure, that would be overwhelming. That's different. The priest conducting the ritual channeled the psychic energy released by the slaughter into energy for the gods. It's dissipated away from the island. Does anyone else suffer from him? We had a case on Island 15. A syndicate member killed themselves because they kept hearing them. But no one else on this island. Not in the way Witness does. I think demons can probably feel them. Every demon we've encountered has been attuned to psychic energy. Would this include the demonically possessed? Probably. I can't say for sure. How would it affect them? I'd imagine a spike in adrenaline, huh? Anything else about Witness? I've been worried about his mental health. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine why you would be. He's become secretive and guarded, spends all his time in one room playing video games all day. It's a little worrying, never comes out. It's manifesting in the standard ways, but multiple appointments with him have been interrupted by phone calls. He won't take a call with someone in the room and always steps out onto his balcony. Other people have reported the same thing. Who? Architect Carmelina. She started noticing it several years ago. She's worried that he was slipping into paranoia. And I don't think it's especially a strange thing to when you get a phone call, you just step away. I don't think... I thought that's what people did. Why are you suddenly telling me this? It's been playing on my mind. I was thinking about last night and the lunatics we have on the island. Then the heavens send an angel to come and question me. Are you hitting on me, Doctor? So you're breaking patient confidentiality to try to get into my pants? Joke's on you. I'm not wearing pants. Is it working? I'll let you know. All right, well, I guess we'll say goodbye. May the cosmos be a mystery, and may you reach the moon. All right, well, okay, seemed like we learned something fairly important here about the adrenaline spike and how demons and the demonically possessed can probably hear the psychic screams, and that could probably boost adrenaline. That seems very important. Could someone have induced the oh wait, can we go in that door? Oh, we can. Could someone have induced psychic screams, specifically at a certain time, to get Henry's adrenaline to spike? Could such a thing be possible?
Investigation.
All right, here's the inside. Medical textbook. This looks long, detailed, and boring. Wine. Doom Jazz always gets the best bottles. And if you do spend the night with him, at least you get a nice glass of wine out of it. Several, really. Photo of Akiko. A photo of Grand Marshal Akiko 14. Oh, and why is that? Power tools. Looks like Doom Jazz does his own maintenance on his arms, despite them being made by Masahiro Heavy Industries. So that makes sense. I mean, if you had a prosthetic, it would only make sense that you would want to figure out how to maintain it yourself. Does Doom Jazz hold a candle for Akiko? I always thought he was the love him and leave him type. Can you really leave anyone on this island? It's a small island. Oh, it's like you can see like dolphins or fish or something, you know, water life down there. Life in water. You can see it. Can I ask him about the photo? What about your motive? Okay, we can ask him about the photo. What's with the photo of Akiko in your boat? None of your business, investigator. But I said none of your business. Leave it. Fine. We will leave it. May the cosmos be a mystery, and may you reach the moon. So this psychic scream trauma, I wonder if that's like that thing where someone might just hear explosions. You've heard of that, right? Someone will just hear explosions and they don't know why. It's probably the same thing. Let's unlock the fast travel. And let us save the game.
Getting saved.
Oh, that was obviously the best fast travel point to unlock. We got Bear the Shiba, Starlight Skin, the most wonderful dog. Why wouldn't you use the skin? Do you hate my dog? I'll kill you. No joke. I mean, obviously this is the best one. And let's just see what this does when we use this. Oh, this goes to the pyramid? It does. We don't get to manually control it, unfortunately. I didn't really expect that we would. But that has brought us to the pyramid where this god is supposed to be. I am going to assume we do not have access to this computer, though. No, we don't. Missing Cosmos Pyramids worship. We need a few things before we can get into this. So So, all right, nothing for us right here at the moment. Oh, that should probably... Let's see if there's any items or anything. No, does not look like there's anything accessible for us on this island. Okay, back the way we came. What do you suppose that is? Oh, it's like a big energy fidget spinner. Why would they have one of those? How does that tie into everything? A divine spinner. What's the symbolism here? Well, all right. I think we will take a little break right now. But hey, we've been learning some things. We talked to Yuri. Didn't really learn a whole lot from Yuri. He didn't really want to talk to us a whole lot. But we did talk to Dr. Doomjazz, and he was very friendly, maybe a little too friendly with Lady Love Dies, and we flirted a bit, got some information, found out how we get to that pyramid. Even though we can't do anything there now, I'm glad that we at least know how to get to the pyramid. So we're continuing to learn information, just bits and pieces here and there. We learned something that could be very important about Henry possibly getting a spike of adrenaline from hearing death screams, and maybe someone did that deliberately to make it possible for him to escape. Maybe that's the direction we need to think about. For right now, well, we have not talking to Sam Daybreak. He's over there. He's quite a distance away. There's Carmelina's Silence. We do need to go back to Crimson to buy an upgrade from her. The dog, we have not found any treats for the dog yet. There are some guards we could talk to. But I think when we come back from the break, we're just going to continue on exploring the headquarters here. There's also some domes up there that seem important. All right, so that's probably what we will be doing. And, maybe we might even find those dead bodies of the guards who were the first seal. We probably should head over to the crime scene at some point. It seems like it would be... I know I get distracted easily by the shinies. I try walking to the crime scene, but then hey, there's a money over there in the distance. And oh, there's another money. And there's an item. There's a collectible over there. And it just kind of happens. It just kind of happens that way. That's how it's been happening. Maybe it'll continue happening that way as we come back for more Paradise Killer.